two spectacular dishes of Bun Rieu right here. And the bun is the noodle, the Riêu is the crab cake. It's like a huge crab sausage. She will chop it up and then put it into each dish. It's this right here. Let me show you. Thank you. Yet another amazing looking bowl. We are just in noodle paradise here in Vietnam. This is amazing. Thank you. Oh man. Okay, so the noodles are gonna come quick, so you can prepare yourself. Over here, these are the fresh herbs. Almost every dish, you're just gonna love the Vietnamese fresh herbs. So right here, the banana blossom is shredded like this, and they put it in water so it doesn't really oxidize. I don't actually know the name of this one. Here you got bean sprouts, you got more bean sprouts, and actually they're mixed. I think this is like a to-go, easy to go serving. They're serving a lot of these to go. And did you see her workstation? It is just so cool. So good morning, it is late in the morning here, and I'm really enjoying, this is like the most peaceful time of the day. The name of the dish comes from this, but it's more specifically how this thing floats on top, like foam that sits on the top. It's made with field crabs, so it's gonna make us feel right at home. We got two different kinds of noodles. She has these like kind of orangey peach colored noodles. Looks so interesting. She's got some clams. I know these, it's a type of animal that grows along other grasses in rice fields. I don't know the name for it, but I know what it is. In this one, you've also got blood cake. You've also got another type of sausage. Man, it's just beautiful, and it smells so fresh. It's orange just from tomatoes. Very heavy on the tomatoes. In this dish, you can see the tomatoes like stewing right there, served super hot with fresh herbs. You've got steamed morning glory over here, and then I don't know what that veg is, but here's our plate of fresh veg. And then you will also appreciate the citrus. Vietnam has amazing oranges. They also have kumquats. This one, I'm gonna start us off right here. You know what? I've never had this dish before. Let me try that crab cake. Yes, you know it is seafood in there. It's probably crab and shrimp mixed together, just for economy. Deliciously chewy. You might think it's like a funky kind of tofu. It's really good. It's not too salty actually. So simple and so clean. That dish is incredible. Just next level umami. Let me put some herbs, basil, cilantro, Vietnamese balm. All three of them together. Then you've got banana blossom, and I'm kind of grabbing that very thin, crunchy looking vegetable. I'm not quite done yet. The chilies. This is the one that Lee put 5 spoons of into her dish. So it's a sour chili. It's starting to ferment. It's with ginger and garlic and just fresh chilies. Just so simple. Man, just opening it, you can smell. And there's one more thing. I'm just gonna go gently on this. We learned about this last night. The one dish that I remember, the bun tôm mắm tôm. That is it. So that's more shrimp paste like gapi. So I don't want to take away from this dish, so I'm just adding a little bit. This stuff is insanely salty, but again, packed with umami. That, besides the freshness, I think umami would be the main flavor of all these foods that we're eating. It is just, it's all about the economical ways to just get full, and I really appreciate that. Using the seafood, which is right there, right next door. Ho Chi Minh City is all the way in the south of Vietnam, and it's right next to the ocean. That thing is amazing. Okay, how to not take a huge bite? That's the question. Herbaceous explosion. The noodles are so bouncy. The veg are so bright, so crunchy. The soup broth so tomatoey and rich. That wonderful salty seafood smell behind all of it. Vietnam just, there's no place like Vietnam for some street noodles. Wow. Before I just get head over heels with that bowl, let's try the different bowl over here. The noodles, again, so obviously different just from the noodles, but let me try one of those things from the field. You would think it's like a really thick mushroom. Or like a tendon. No, it's more chewy. Yeah, like a really, really strong, thick mushroom. And the deep fried tofu. Comforting, a little bit oily. Perfect. Let's try those different noodles. Oh, I'm gonna have to slurp these. They're really slippery. Must be done. These dishes are amazing. The broth is fantastic. Nothing is overpowering. The flavor backing, it is just perfect. Okay, Lee, we might need to order another one. I want to see how you enjoy that. I'm serious, the broth is some of the tastiest broth, just as it is. Tiny bit of sweetness, tastes like there's maybe a half teaspoon of sugar in each dish. The shrimp, it's perfect. That's Bun Rieu. Wow, Ho Chi Minh City, what a welcome. And yeah, you guys, you gotta help me out. What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, let's go sit down. Round 2 is gonna be herbaceous for sure. Putting all of this in. This is Lee's bowl, and she always likes to make it like a huge volume to go with all that beautiful broth. So again, cilantro is that one. Also called sawtooth coriander. Can you see why? And then there is basil in there. It's Thai basil, actually. The one that tastes like much like licorice. And then bean sprouts. Man, okay. Lee, do you want some morning glory? Also, morning glory. Get a mountain of herbs on top of that noodle dish. Yeah, you see how you can just fill your belly? Flip it over. Oh, I forgot, the blood cake is in there too. Just get all those herbs kind of swimming down in that broth. Don't overflow your bowl, and you're doing well. Sitting here, I just have the most beautiful view. There are the charcoals going, keeping that soup stock just gently steaming on top. They are hand making these cakes. I see them steaming the cakes. It's just so cool. The blood cake too. Sorry, I forgot one more ingredient. The blood cake also is steamed, usually made with chicken blood or pork blood. Is this one pork blood because it's darker in color? Right? Whoa. Super dark inside. You could call it like meat tofu. Bringing both worlds together. The veg loving and the meat loving with some blood cake. Yeah, it's like the crossover between vegetarian and meat lovers. Maybe that's one crossover that shouldn't be crossed over. But that's what I think of that thing. She's so nice. She just came over and refilled Lee's bowl. She saw Lee must be waiting for a long time while I introduce everything. She came over. Do you see how Lee's bowl is steaming now? She just topped her up with a whole cup of fresh soup broth. And Lee rightly chose to anoint it with another 2 tablespoons of chili. One other thing that I noticed, these are the largest tables and chairs that we've sat on yet. This is our 3rd meal. That sausage is so good, this thing. Good morning, everyone. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a beautiful day, a brilliant day today. I'm very excited to be here in Ho Chi Minh City, in the south of Vietnam. This is the biggest in the south. Good morning, Vietnam. But really, we are in Vietnam. Just had to say that. We are in Ho Chi Minh City, which was called Saigon. In the south, Ho Chi Minh City is just spectacular for all things street food, high energy, delicious, especially when it comes to noodles. Bun Rieu is the dish that we are gonna have today, but in the north, actually, I realize it's called Bun Siu, so it's the same dish. We are gonna have it here in Ho Chi Minh City. There's a beautiful couple selling it on the street right behind us. It is late in the morning, and so it's just about the most quiet time of day, but the flavor, I guarantee you, is gonna be raging. In just a few minutes, we're gonna order. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for hanging out with Lee and myself. Hope this video blesses you. See you soon for some noodles. Yo!